Hello, welcome. Something I have really been focused on these days is cultivating safety in my body. And I want to translate as much as possible that safety for anytime someone clicks on one of my videos, that they feel safe, that they feel welcome, and they feel like they can just hang out. All right. So I'm going to be honest with you. This reading is going to be very, very niche. This is not for everybody. I'm talking to someone specific, okay? If this doesn't resonate within like the first 30 seconds of this reading, it's probably not for you, and that's okay. But for whoever it's for, well, let's get right into it. So the first thing that I saw in my seeds here, I need to do a better job of showing this on the camera, but I saw a shark, and what came to mind was culling. You're going through a process of being forged and prepared for something quite significant. And that significant thing is a spiritual battle. I also saw Star Wars. Specifically, I saw I'm not a big Star Wars person. If I butcher this, forgive me. But the white soldiers that have like the laser guns, and there's a ton of them. This is very specific for someone who has already seen the dark side. Maybe like seeing entities or having sleep paralysis and seeing them there. I wouldn't be surprised if you've seen some form of possession already. This is someone who is familiar with what's beyond the veil. You're being prepared to have a more hands-on role in this battle. Not everybody is called for this, by the way. Some people are just here to be love and light and help people heal and, all that stuff. And then you got those who are here to really do some work, some heavy shit. And if you're watching this, this is for you. Everybody has their role, and you knew before incarnating into this life. That's probably why you had such a tough childhood, to be honest, because from the moment you entered this realm, everybody knew what the business was. Your spirit guides and the ops. You know what I mean? And so you were surrounded by a lot of negative energy at a young age, and they were doing their best to dim your light because they knew what you were here to do. And so if they could catch you early, then it would make things easier for their side. It's not a matter of winning per se. It's about control. It's about power. So even though this is a spiritual battle, the goal isn't necessarily to win. It's almost like turf war. Turf war. But let's keep going. I saw a bunny, so okay, I guess I pretty much explained already why they showed me that, because that's what I just heard. But essentially, you went through your life feeling powerless, at the mercy of things, and the bunny is there to represent that you were prey. You were preyed upon, whether it was in the 3D and you experienced some terrible encounters, or on a spiritual level where there was this general feeling of unsafeness. And of course your guides are always there. But this is some of the things that you went through. You had to go through them because it's part of what's prepared you for this mission. Those things built something within you in order for you to flow now, in order to do the things that you're doing now. There's certain seeds that were planted that if they weren't planted, there's this resilience that you had to learn about yourself. It's a process of making you quite fearless, forged by the sword and the fire is what I'm seeing. And you're getting to a point where now that sword is able to be wielded. The same swords that were put in your back are now going to become your greatest weapons in this battle. I saw a chosen one within the seeds. And I'm doing my best to stay a clear vessel for this information to come through, because even my ego, it wants to resist this information. And it's also because this is what you feel. I'm being reminded in movies where the character finds out that they've been chosen for like this grand mission. And when they find out, they're like, hell no, you're out of your mind. You sound crazy, that you're making this stuff up. And then shortly after, something happens and they're like, holy shit. Okay. And it wakes you up to like this grand mission. So you may be watching this and feeling like, I don't really think this is for me, but something within you has kept you watching this video, because in some parts it makes sense. And it's supposed to be that way, ironically. If you look up the Fool's Journey, not the Fool's Journey, I guess look up the Fool's Journey too in tarot, but the Fool's Journey is similar to the hero's journey. And this is what movies like The Matrix, Braveheart, Gladiator, all the major movies that people love follow the hero's journey. And if you look up this hero's journey, you will resonate quite a bit with it. Lastly, we saw a swan. Can you clarify why you showed me a swan? Something about grace, elegance, Black Swan, that movie might be significant for you, but there's something about the purity of the swan that even though you went through all of that shit, there's still a purity to you. And it's that purity, that negativity, selfishness, the ops really can't stand. It's that purity that they tried to snuff out. But because you're built for this, which is why you were chosen, that purity is what remain. What I'm being shown is like, let's say there's this bright light, right? And I saw like darkness encroaching upon it until the hole was literally like this small, like a pinhole, just barely seeping through. And before it got snuffed out, it's like its brilliance started to push the shadow back. And it's like that purity that never got snuffed out. So shout out to you, whoever is watching this, you're a G. And I have a feeling you don't realize just how much of a G you are. I actually tried to shuffle these cards and have it ready before the reading started. But Spirit was like, no, do it on camera. Do it on camera. There are things we want to tell you as these. Look at that. I love when this happens. You see that? You see how there's this white light, like I was explaining, and there's this darkness like encroaching upon it, but this purity is pushing back. So this represents you and like all the bullshit you've been through in life, the grief, the sadness, the loneliness, the trauma you've had to uncover. And see, these are your guides right above here, who are also like, they passed on family members, past versions of yourself rooting for you. But this here just confirms what I was saying, and I love it. Love it. We have the Strength card. So this was you in your childhood, right? But over time, you've learned to be like the protector of this little lamb. Let me look at this myself. I thought this was a heart, but really, I'm pretty sure this is a carrot. It looks like a carrot to me, which is indicating like something about the root. You might need to do some healing with your root chakra. Wear some red clothes for a bit. This is for like a feeling. It's ironic that I said that. In the beginning of the video, I said that I was practicing feeling safe in my body. And you, my friend, have to start practicing doing the same thing, because you felt so unsafe growing up, or subconsciously you've probably pushed it away and you don't realize it. Your body is longing for a sense of safety, and you have to start acknowledging it and paying attention to it so you feel naturally safe everywhere you go. Maybe you're someone who experiences anxiety really easily. A good way to resolve that is to have that inner safety. So what I was saying was, is you can practice on a spiritual level, practice wearing red items with the intention of focusing on your root chakra. Have yourself some strawberries. I also have candle rituals, by the way, and I do a lot of like healing rituals for people. So you might need a root chakra spell, might be really helpful for you. If you don't get it from me, you can always light a red candle, maybe write your intentions about safety and feeling secure and feeling safe in your body on a piece of paper. Light that up with that red candle, or burn it with the red candle. On a more practical note, you can ground with the earth. That's what popped in my head too. And practice, like, I don't want to make too much noise with the mic. Hopefully I'm not, but physically rubbing your body, giving it reassurance, saying, I am safe. I am safe to exist in this body. It's okay to feel this way. Create safety in your bodies, guys, because this is going to be really important for the next season in your life, where you're going to start to encounter these battles. We have the King of Wands. Look, he's wearing a red shirt. Sometimes I feel like delusional, because I'm like, am I just like, I don't know the word. Just sometimes I feel delulu with how well this stuff matches up. And I love that. Look, it's a lion here, right, with the fire. And then look, she's morphing into a lion. Shout out to the people who read Animorphs when they were younger. It's a niche book there. But this is, you are being ignited and prepared to be in this spiritual warfare. For some reason, Constantine popped in my mind. Constantine, if you haven't seen it, it's a movie with Keanu Reeves, and he's basically like fighting demons of hell, right? Some of y'all might actually be doing that. That's crazy, but that's also so cool. So there's a spectrum here of the people that I'm talking to. On one end, you got the full-blown like exercising demons in some way. Now, when I say demons, it doesn't always have to be the ones portrayed in movies. Depression can be a demon, right? The spirit of depression, spirit of jealousy. There are so many entities that literally thrive off of lower emotions like that. Hate, that's another one. So that's one way you can be doing it. And then on the other hand, some of you just exist as a natural purifier, right? Getting back into that purity energy that I spoke of. But you walking into a room, you can elevate a space like that and send out negative energy, send out negative entities. Okay? But you're going to be truly involved in that way. Let me pull one more. This is a very interesting read that I did not expect to come through, and I love that. Don't want to take this many cards. Let's see. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Empress, and we have Justice. So with this Nine of Swords, what I love the running theme here is like with all this darkness, and yet there's that one light bird. So this is you alchemizing everything from your past and everything that you learned to put out into the world, right? To be that energy and beacon of love and light. And lastly, we have Justice. You see like the parallels. I don't quite like saying parallels, but we're going to go with it. At every moment, there was something trying to hold you down and push you down. And I need you to be aware of this, because when something is in your awareness, that's when you're in control of it, right? This is someone who, if you're already protecting your energy, great job. Great job, and I'm proud of you, and keep that up. But for some of you, you're a little bit, sorry, hold on. There needs to be more protection of your energy. You're walking around here. If there's a battle going on around you, you don't have no armor on, no nothing. And your guys are like, girl, we've been working overtime to protect you. You got to step it up. If you're a guy, I'm sorry, sometimes I just say girl, but they, them, it's for you, okay? You, there needs to be salt in the corners of your bedroom, water under your bed so that you don't have nightmares anymore. Even getting a dream catcher. And if you can, obviously get the dream catcher from an indigenous person. Don't just order this off of Temu. But hey, I am not in charge of what your finances look like, so work within your means. You have the power to literally just put, if you imagine an aura of light around you, that's enough to protect you. It's your word. You have an innate power within you to project it out. If you've ever seen Seven Deadly Sins, if you ever watched anime, I think her name is Elizabeth. She can project light or something like that. The same thing from like an anime called Bleach. There's a character with Orihime, the orange hair girl. She can project light around herself and other people. You have that ability, and your guides want you to know that and use that to protect yourself, okay? So I think I'm going to cut it off there because I don't want it to get too long, but what an exciting read. Please, 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 if this resonated with you, let me know, because I would just love to, even if it's just one person, like, who is this? Who is this diva? All right, but you guys take care of yourself. Thank you for listening, and hopefully I will see you again.